Few figures in world history have had as profound and lasting an influence as Confucius. His teachings not only shaped Chinese civilization, but also resonated across East Asia and beyond. More than just a philosopher, Confucius was a teacher, a political thinker, and a moral guide whose ideas on ethics, governance, and social harmony continue to shape societies today. This narration explores his life, his key teachings, and his enduring legacy in Chinese culture, governance, and ethics. Confucius, known as Kongfuzi, or Master Kong, was born in 551 BCE in the state of Lu, in present-day Shandong Province, China. He lived during a time of great political instability, known as the Spring and Autumn period, when the Zhou dynasty's central authority was weakening and warlords vied for power. From a young age, Confucius showed an insatiable thirst for knowledge. His family, though noble, was poor, and he worked various jobs, including as a clerk and a shepherd. Despite his humble beginnings, he dedicated himself to education and eventually became a respected teacher. He believed that moral virtue and wisdom, rather than birthright, should determine a person's role in society. Confucius spent much of his life seeking a ruler who would implement his ideas of good governance. He served briefly as an official in Lu, where he attempted to apply his principles. However, due to political intrigue and resistance from the ruling class, he left his position and spent years traveling across different states, offering his counsel to rulers. Despite his lack of political success, he gained a significant following of disciples who later recorded and spread his teachings. In his later years, Confucius returned to Lu, where he focused on teaching and compiling classical texts. He died in 479 BCE, believing his mission had failed, unaware that his ideas would shape Chinese civilization for centuries to come. At the heart of Confucius's philosophy is the belief in a well-ordered society based on morality, respect, and duty. His teachings, primarily recorded in the Analects, emphasize 5 key concepts: Ren, benevolence; Li, ritual propriety; Xiao, filial piety; Yi, righteousness; and Zhi, wisdom. Ren, often translated as benevolence or humanness, is the highest virtue in Confucian thought. It signifies kindness, compassion, and an understanding of others. Confucius taught that a truly virtuous person is one who seeks to act with Ren in all relationships. Li, or ritual propriety, refers to customs, manners, and traditions that promote social harmony. According to Confucius, rituals are not merely formalities but essential expressions of respect and order that guide human interactions. By following Li, individuals contribute to a stable and harmonious society. Xiao, or filial piety, emphasizes respect and duty toward one's parents and ancestors. Confucius viewed the family as the foundation of society. If families practiced mutual respect and care, this would extend to the broader community and state. Yi, or righteousness, is the principle of doing what is morally right, rather than what is personally beneficial. Confucius believed that true virtue comes from an innate sense of duty, rather than external rewards or punishment. Zhi, or wisdom, involves discerning right from wrong and making just decisions. Confucius emphasized lifelong learning and self-cultivation as paths to wisdom. Confucius also stressed the importance of the yunzi, or gentleman, a person of noble character rather than noble birth. A yunzi leads by moral example, demonstrating integrity, humility, and justice. Confucius envisioned a society where rulers governed not by force, but by virtue. He argued that a ruler should be a moral example to his people, earning their loyalty and trust through benevolence and wisdom. This concept, often summarized as lead by example, stood in stark contrast to the authoritarian rule of the time. His ideal government was based on meritocracy. He believed that officials should be chosen based on their moral character and competence rather than birthright. This idea influenced the development of the imperial civil service exams, which allowed talented individuals from various social backgrounds to serve in government. Confucius also saw harmony as essential to governance. He believed that social order depended on individuals fulfilling their roles with dedication and virtue. If the ruler acted with righteousness, the subjects would naturally follow, creating a just and prosperous state. Although Confucius never saw his vision fully realized during his lifetime, his political ideas profoundly influenced Chinese dynasties, shaping the bureaucratic and ethical foundations of governance for over 2,000 years. The impact of Confucius on Chinese civilization is immeasurable. His teachings became the ideological backbone of China's education, politics, and social ethics. During the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, Confucianism was adopted as the official state ideology. The civil service examination system, rooted in Confucian principles, ensured that government officials were well versed in his teachings. This system remained in place until the early 20th century, demonstrating the enduring influence of his philosophy. Confucian ideals also shaped Chinese family structures and social relationships. The emphasis on filial piety and respect for elders became deeply embedded in Chinese culture. Even today, these values continue to guide interpersonal relationships and social conduct. Beyond China, Confucianism spread to Korea, Japan, and Vietnam, where it played a crucial role in shaping governance, education, and societal values. In modern times, Confucian thought continues to influence East Asian societies, particularly in their emphasis on education, discipline, and social harmony. Despite facing criticism, particularly during the 20th century when some saw it as an impediment to modernization, Confucianism has experienced a revival. Many today see it as a source of ethical guidance in an increasingly complex world. Confucius was more than a philosopher. He was a visionary whose ideas shaped an entire civilization. His teachings on virtue, governance, and social harmony laid the foundation for Chinese culture and governance, influencing countless generations. Though he lived over 2 millennia ago, his wisdom remains relevant. In an age of rapid change and moral uncertainty, the principles of Confucius continue to offer insights on leadership, ethics, and human relationships. Confucius once said, "To put the world in order, we must first put the nation in order. To put the nation in order, we must first put the family in order. To put the family in order, we must first cultivate our personal life. We must first set our hearts right." These words continue to inspire, reminding us that true harmony begins within ourselves and extends outward to the world. Through his life, teachings, and lasting influence, Confucius remains one of the greatest minds in human history, a philosopher whose wisdom still shapes the way we think, live, and govern today.